Hello, my friends. Welcome into a brand new FM18 experiment on the channel. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And a lot of times now with YouTube, they don't even give you videos in your subscription box that you subscribe to. You have to hit the little bell next to it for notifications so you get notified when a new video goes up. So check that out. And hopefully by the end, you'll like and comment and share your thoughts on what we're doing here in this experiment. If you're not sure what's going on, make sure you check out this video up here. That's the actual intro where I kind of explain what we're doing, but I'm going to show you how we're going to do it in this video because that was just kind of a teaser intro. So what we're doing is we're taking the winner of the Premier League in last season coming into the next season. We're going to take their bank balance to zero, their transfer budget to zero, their wage budget to zero, and we're going to take their reputation from whatever it is down to 1. You can't make it 0 apparently. It has to be 1. So essentially, we're going to wipe out the club and answer the question that fans should be able to ask themselves. Would you trade winning a title for your club being completely wiped out? Now, there are some options for clubs, right? We're taking away sugar daddy owners, so they're not going to be able to rely on that to get reinvestment. So that's not going to happen. But they can sell players. That's an option if the AI wants to take that path to kind of repair the financial damage. They're also going to get TV revenue at the end of the season going into the next season from the Premier League. So we're sitting here, as you'll notice up here, it's July 1st, 2017. So we just had the 16-17 season heading into the 17-18 season. So your title winners are Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea fans. They are our first victim. I'm also going to be very interested to see. One, I'm thinking they're going to have to transfer players. Like, you'd think the players, when the reputation goes from 4.5 star worldwide to, I'm guessing, obscure and whatever, maybe 0 stars or a little sliver of a star, you'd think players are going to want to leave and they're going to have a massive financial problem. So I'm thinking they're going to sell some players, but I'm wondering what happens to the coach, because if they have to sell players, will the board understand? Like, oh, wow, we were in complete debt. Of course it made sense. Or are they just going to get upset and get rid of the coach? So here's how we're doing it with Chelsea. I'm going to show you. We're going to go to edit club details. I'm using the in-game editor for this. They're at 8750 in reputation, my friends. We are dropping that to 1. You can't do 0. If you highlight over it, minimum value is 1. So we're going to take it down all the way to 1. We're going to leave the club attendance the same. We're not messing with any of that. You know, we're going to assume Chelsea fans are going to stay solid with the club and say, you won the title. We've been wiped out. We're going to stick with you. Hopping over the finances, they've got essentially 75 million pounds in the bank. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Transfer budget was what? 43 million. Yeah, we don't need all that. Let's just go boom, take it to 0. And payroll budget is also going to be 0. Sugar daddy, I'd already dropped it. I think it was on underwriter, but it's essentially, we're going to leave it on none. No sugar daddies, no outside investment coming in to rescue the club. We're not going to change anything else. We're going to leave the facilities, rival clubs, all that other stuff is going to stay the same. We're just going to take care of that. And as you can see, we have dropped the obscure down to half a star. It still says rich. I'm guessing if we went forward one day, that would probably change. But that's what's happened. And now I'm going to hop forward. We're going to go to the end of the season. So we're going to hop forward to July 1st, 2018. And the reason I'm doing that is there is a payment either in May or June with that TV money. And I want to wipe that out too. So I guess, depending on when it hits, they have a chance to spend a little bit of it, but then we're going to wipe them out again. So, or not again, but we want to make sure by the time we go to wipe them out that they don't then, like in August or afterwards, get that payment. I don't think that was said very well, but we're going to roll with it. So let me hop forward and we'll go take a look at Chelsea. Okay, we've jumped ahead 1 year. It's July 1st, 2018. Another reason we like July 1st, 2018. Contracts end on 6/30/2018, right? So it makes sense to do it at the very first day of the next contract, because maybe somebody gets sold or they leave a club and join a new club or something like that on a free. Also, if you get wiped out on July 1st, you still have enough time in the transfer window to panic sell some of your players in order to repair the financial damage, if that's what the AI does. So let's go take a look to see how Chelsea have done. 5th? Oh, okay. That's right. But sixth? I mean, congratulations, Gunners. Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. Looks familiar. Not much has changed. I mean, other than, you know, Arsenal was in sixth and Chelsea was in fifth. Kind of bump everybody up one and switch those around, right? But the usual suspects, okay. Okay, new manager from Shangang. Zenit, Tottenham. Okay, he used to be Chelsea's better. They brought him back. So what happened to Conte? Oh, he almost made it. But I guess they were like, okay, now it's impossible for us to make the Europa League or the Champions League spots. So see you later, mate. All right, let's look at the money that they've got. Okay, reputation is up to almost 2,000. That's like almost, it's probably about 22% or so of the damage that was done, going from 8750, maybe not 22%, but you know, almost a quarter of the damage has been repaired. £133, almost £134 million in the bank, and $139 million in the transfer budget, with $3 million in the payroll. Where did the money come from? Have they sold everyone? Let's go take a look. Okay, so they sold 4.4 million and spent 2.1, so that's what, 2.3 million. That's not the difference. 42.5 million. Okay, 225, 115, 180, 40. Okay, 40 million rising to potentially 56 million for Andreas Christensen to Bayern during the January window. So we got rid of some folks, cleared off some wages, and made a little bit of money, and then boom, did the 40 million to kind of shore up the finances, I'm sure. Izzy Brown for 1.7 million, rising to 5.25. That is a lot of add-ons in comparison to the fee, right? When the add-ons are 3 times as much as the fee, maybe. Interesting. And then 300K. Nothing too crazy. So, okay, so I've already saved this. As soon as we got to July 1st, I saved. So I'm going to hop in and make myself the manager, but I'll undo it so we can go back and do whatever else we need to do. But that way we could take a look in more detail at the finances. Because I'm kind of... That's not how I was expecting this to go. All right, so he's going to be fired, but not really. We're just going to fire him temporarily. Go look at the finances. Okay, big jump in May. TV revenue. Okay, so they got 134 million throughout the season. Let's just click on that. And then, okay, huge jump in May in TV revenue. And then sponsorship, just being, the reputation was obscure. It was a 1. But just being in the Premier League has netted, I don't know, I guess maybe the 115 million is for the upcoming season. So that has pulled them out quite of a hole, to be honest. Like, if you were at 0, okay, if you're sitting on 134 million and you sold somebody for 40, or total 42.5 million in terms of the ins and outs, and you netted 115 plus 134, whatever is that, 250 million pounds, but you're only sitting on 133. The hole got rather large down here. You would think, unless it, well, maybe it was kind of spaced out. So they're digging a hole, and then in December, January time frame, I guess January, they're about 40 million, maybe 30 million in the hole. Sold Andreas Christensen for 40 million, dug another bit of a hole, and then boom, big recovery. So, wow, I was not expecting that, my friends. Was not expecting that at all. So let's go back. Arsenal are your title winners. Congratulations. Arsene is still there. Congratulations, sir. I have some bad news for you, my friends. It's time to wipe you out. 86-28 down to a 1. What is that? I wish they put commas, to be honest with you. 222 million in the bank, down to 0. 159 million transfer budget, and 3.4 million on the payroll budget, all down to 0. No sugar daddy. We have wiped them out. They're back to obscure reputation, and that, my friends, is what we're going to do moving forward. Let's go take a look to see what is happening. Who won the Champions Cup? 17-8 Barcelona with Napoli. Because I was curious if, not immediately, but long term, right? So now Chelsea doesn't make the Champions League. Well, if we knock another one down, you know, Arsenal next season, do they not make the Champions League? And does somebody that's below them, like, I don't know, Burnley, jump up into that spot or get into the Europa League or something like that? Or is there just so much money in the Premier League that you just can't overcome it, despite wiping them out and making them sell? Really, they just sold one major player, right? Like 40 million, that's one big sell. So can they continue with losing just one player, get in that TV revenue, and continue on? We'll have to see how Arsenal handles it in their upcoming season. So again, this is a brand new series on the channel, something a little different. Let me know what you think is going to happen. I'm surprised by the Chelsea result. So what do you think is going to happen with Arsenal? Will they recover? Leave a comment, hit that like button. And again, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Check out this stuff over here. It's got my other series and stuff like that. And if you want to support me on Patreon because you think experiments like these are cool. I was kind of pointing into the arrow and it was bothering me. I had to move the cursor. If you like experiments like this, you might consider supporting me on Patreon. So appreciate you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.